Hello friends, Mr. E here, and I was contemplating playing some Darktide today, but I was met with frustration in a lot of my games, and most of this was due to a myriad of bugs. So I redid my plans, and instead I'm going to make a video about bugs that are currently in the game. Now, previously, we have already touched on the fact there is an infinite cord claw glitch that is easily abusable. We've already touched on the fact that the enhanced combat doctrine's auto aim ability is completely broken in public play and will just give you false registrations on headshots and never actually do any damage. We've already touched on the fact that the voltaic emitter is interrupted by small pieces of scenery, seems to channel from your foot level rather than your head level, and is blocked, and sometimes it just straight up doesn't work on random enemies for seemingly no reason. So there's all these bugs going around currently, but I've got a few more to throw in the pile today. Now, two of these are specific to one particular ability on the skitarii, and then I've got three that are all related to each other, but I think it's all classes that are probably experiencing these. So let's play this first one here, and what I'll do is I'll play it, and we'll see if you notice what exactly it is that is going on in this clip. All right, did you catch that? Let's play it again from the start. So right at the start, notice I'm going to tag these enemies down here and watch what the skull does. He's shooting, he's killing the enemies down there, and now he's inside of a bubble. And guess what? I don't believe this is intended, but the Servo skull can't shoot through the bubble. The Servo skull can't shoot into nor out of it, and he is completely blocked by it. It blocks a massive radius for the Servo skull. So yeah, the Servo skull, if you're targeting anywhere near the bubble, oftentimes it will just entirely be blocked, and this is a huge detriment. I think it's one of the only anti-synergies in the game. A Psyker with bubble can just kind of ruin your entire game plan if you're running Noospheric Command as one of your main damaging abilities, as I was here, and that doesn't feel very good. I highly doubt that's intentional, because it would make no sense if the dog's AI was turned off. I think maybe what the issue is here is that the Servo skull is coded as some sort of enemy, or maybe not necessarily the typical ally, because he doesn't receive buffs from any of your damage buffing, things like you do stacking auras and stuff on allies like the dog can. But yeah, his aim is a little bit impeded by the fact the bubble is here, and yeah, you can see it in fact dinking off the bubble at the latter part of that clip there. As soon as this bubble goes up, watch it like right here. You see it? It's just getting blocked by the bubble right in front of me. And then you can see it flashing on my screen. The shots are no longer making it downrange. Now, there was other clips of this, but yeah, as soon as I realized that, it became very, very frustrating knowing that if I accidentally tagged an enemy and I didn't remember that I was inside of a bubble, I was going to waste a Noospheric Command that wasn't going to actually kill anything. And so that was the first bug that I ran into. So I actually remade a different group with new players, and I asked specifically for no bubble Psyker to preclude that from happening. And here's the very next game I was in, and let's see if you notice something that's going on here. So it's already happened, or at least part of it anyway. We'll see it again in a second here. Okay, so let's pause there, and we can watch even more of this. Watch what happens right here, and note, by the way, that this gray circle here, this is the radius of a smoke grenade. And so what do you bet happens with the skull happening here? As soon as we step inside this smoke grenade, and I think maybe I can get a little bit closer on the timeline here. As soon as we step inside this smoke grenade, it turns off, or like for some reason, our skull is targeting an enemy, and then he just decides that, nah, I'm done. I'm done. We can fast forward a little bit here. So yeah, starting like right here, I'm gonna target some enemies that are back here, I ping them, and the skull turns and goes to target, and then he cancels his target as this smoke grenade goes off right here, and look at him. He's not shooting anything. He's just entirely dead. And then finally he shoots another shot. Now granted, I have new spheric command, so I have the basic skull as well, which means he should be shooting a shot roughly like every second and a half, right? He spent at least 5 seconds doing nothing at all, like not even attempting to shoot an enemy. And then it becomes even more clear when we get up here, because I start to target enemies who are a little bit downrange, right here somewhere. So I target this Reaper, right? What's the spheric command go for? It should shoot him with a volley of lasers. What does it do? Nothing. It can't see through this smoke. It can't shoot at all. So it turns around and shoots a guy behind me. Boom. So we have two ally abilities that block enemy range attacks that also, for the bubble, it blocks enemy attacks the same way it does in real life for enemies. It blocks them, it dematerializes the bullets the second that they're fired from the skull. So when you're inside of a bubble, it doesn't actually like block the bullets when they hit the outside shell of the bubble. The bubble is a bullet negation zone. So if enemies fire with inside the bubble, it removes the bullets. And the same thing happens. The skull can't function inside the bubble at all. And the same thing happens for the skull and the smoke grenade. Is the smoke grenade makes enemies that are within it not be able to target anything. And so the skull was within this thing when I commanded him, and I think he went into his new spheric command mode and was like, wait, I can't make any targets, and then got stuck in that mode for a long time. And then he also can't target through smoke at a target on the other side, so we have two abilities here that just ruin this ability. Not that the skull is like weak at all, mind you, but yeah, you'll notice that like as soon as he's out of the smoke, he can target again. But yeah, horrible anti-synergies. No one likes that. Okay, so that's all we got for the, well, not all we got, but that's two more to throw in the burning pile for the skitarii right now. I'm enjoying the class a lot, but God, I gotta say, like, some of these bugs are making the class literally unplayable in certain ways. But now let's go on to something that has been much more pressing to me, which is the way the game suddenly feels. Something is a little bit off, as the title of the video will allude to. And let's look at the first instance of that right here. Yeah, so listen, for the next couple clips you're going to see, I've played this game for a long time, right? I've played about 3,600 hours, and I know the timings on dog pounces. I know the timings on mutant grabs and chaos spawn grabs, and I play on the same server I've always played on. I'm not playing on any Europe server or anything. There's not any random delay that's going on. Something has changed. And I'm certain that other people can back me up on this. Something has changed with this recent patch where enemies that have normally reactable or even invulnerability frame dodgeable windows are no longer participating by that rule. So this dog here, as you can see, first of all, the dog should have been probably, honestly, he should have been jumping already at that point. But these pushes, both of the first push, maybe not, but the second push here, it hits him. And he hits me and breaks my block, which makes no fucking sense, right? Yeah, this should never happen. I'm blocking and shoving when the dog hits me. It just completely overrides the shove and pounces me anyway. And you could see my immediate reaction in the chat there. So that's one instance of it. But let's check out what happens with mutants. Now this one might be a little bit more subtle, but to the trained eye, we can even go in slow motion here, and we'll demonstrate exactly what's going on. So I'm gonna finish this cell here. And surprisingly, it's not the dog on this one, it's the mutant. Okay, to an untrained eye, right, that looked pretty normal. I got hit by that mutant. But if you watch very, very closely, especially if you have the magic of DaVinci editing software here, and you can go in slow motion with a weird noise. Oh, that's backwards, so let's go forwards in slow motion. I'm dodging right now. Okay, well, I messed it up. Hold on. We can play it again. You see how I start my dodge? You see me move to the left there? During the dodge, you have iframes. You do not get hit by like hitboxes, right? The way the mutant picks you up just like other enemies, is they detect your hitbox. When their hitbox collides with you, there's a certain hitbox where it's guaranteed to hit you no matter what, but there's a larger hitbox where if you intersect with that and you're not dodging, you'll still get hit, like on the side of the mutant, but if you are dodging, it has some leeway. So I wasn't directly in the center of the mutant, I was off to the side quite considerably, and I was currently actively in the middle of dodging, and he picks me up anyway. And this is happening all the time. This is just one clip where I found it, you know, just in this casual game. But that's not all, guys. That is not all, because there's another one within this game here with the Chaos Spawn. What do you know? Let's check this guy out. Here he is. That one is even more egregious to me. Again, I played this game for 3,600 hours. I know what the timing is to dodge a Chaos Spawn. I know where the hitbox is, and I know that this is an appropriate dodge in order to dodge this guy. You can see I'm already preempting. I'm predicting that he's going to do it as soon as... Oh, I'm going backwards again. As soon as he starts, as soon as he stops being staggered here, I know he's got the cooldown off on the grab, and so I start to dodge, and I get caught in the middle of the dodge. So I don't know what's going on, right? All I can say is that something is definitely off. This game has never felt as jank as it has right now, and that's really saying something. We have not only bursters that are incredibly broken, they just do not function at all. They are so dangerous to be anywhere near because of they're just going to fall over on their face, or they're going to walk inside of you and refuse to detonate. It's absolute like disaster out there. But then we have these weird hit reg issues on all of these disabler specials. I don't know if I've been hit by any super latency trappers, because trappers don't seem to be as much of a problem, but these enemies that have these grab and pounce hitboxes, they are way off of what they used to be. And I have no idea if this is just extra server load that's going on or what the issue is, but to me, these feel really terrible. It is throwing me completely off my game, because this dodge is something I have practiced thousands of times, probably tens of thousands of times. This is such a predictable thing for me to know that the Chaos Spawn is going to grab, and I literally even delay the timing so that I can guarantee that my dodge window is in the middle of his grab window. And I will promise you, if I go into the Psychanium and test that exact same dodge, that will work 100% of the time. In fact, I'm going to pause right here, and we're going to go and fucking do that. Okay, here we are in the Psychanium. Here's a Chaos Spawn. I'm going to try my absolute best to replicate that exact dodge on that exact grab. I'm going to dodge back at a 45-degree angle. Let's even watch the game tape back one more time to showcase exactly how that grab looked, okay? We'll wait till the exact moment where he's grabbing, okay? We're gonna wait until his grab is all the way at the back, right? We're gonna wait till he's pulled his grab all the way back like that. And then he brings it forward, and we're already in the middle of the dodge when he brings it forward, right? So when he pulls his grab all the way back, that's when I'm going to dodge, and I'm going to dodge back into the right. He should be ready to go right after this right here. This little slam. And here we go. Oh, okay, and here we go. Wow, look at that. What do you know? That dodge worked. I wonder if it'll work again on the solo server when it's not on live servers. After this thing right, after this stacker right here, he'll do it. Here we go. Oh, wow, would you look at that? Here we go. Wow, what do you know? What do you know? So anyway, that's really what I have to show here, is that there's something very up with this little Darktide servers right now. So here's my thoughts, right? All of this, you know, this sort of thing right here with this hitting me, to me, this seems very much like there's a desync issue, where all of these things here are hitting me when normally they would not. Like this in no way hits me in any real reality. It's only because the servers are behind, or something is going on here, right? Where this is gonna pull back, and then I'm already dodging, and the grab still connects perfectly when that would work any other time. So what I'm thinking is this might have something to do with the same desync that's going on with automatic or enhanced combat doctrines, right? With the auto aim ability, because when that ability is firing, it's showing you that it's connecting with enemies, but it's simply not, right? The servers aren't registering the hits, but it's registering on your side. So on my side here, I'm showing that I'm dodging. If that is replicated in my game, as we just demonstrated a second ago with the chaos spawn right here, that works. That works every time, because this is client side. This is a solo play client side server that I'm hosting here. On these servers though, there's lag. There is latency going on. And you know what that can result in? Well, it can result in missing dodges. Even just a little bit of latency. If we look here, right, let's look at Cooley's guide. Here's Nimble for the Hive Scum. Can you see that? So Nimble's Hive Scum bonus, it adds a 0.15 second bonus to Hive Scum's base dodge linger, meaning the time that you get that is considered your invuln frames, right? This is 0.4 seconds total. So the base dodge time, the base invulnerability frames, the dodging state against that attack is actually 0.25 seconds, a quarter of a second. So if this lag is off by even a tenth of a second, that quarter second window for every other class, for dodging mutants, dodging dogs, dodging chaos spawn grabs, or hitting headshots, right? Those sort of things, those can be thrown off just enough that it ends up with this sort of situation where I know this timing is wrong. I cannot, hopefully I've explained to you well enough, but I know in my heart of hearts, and I know many other experienced players out there, when they're playing the game now, they know these timings are wrong. They've been thrown off somehow. So that's all I'm saying here, is if you're feeling like the game is off, then you are not alone. It's definitely off. And if you're new to the game and this is your introduction to it, I'm sorry, right? I'm really sorry. Like, the servers are a fucking hot mess, as you saw in one of those previous clips there. You know, we've got someone who's repeatedly disconnecting. Yeah, it's someone's disconnecting every single game, and the game is running worse for me now too. There's bugs abound, and this is not helping it. Like, the desync and the bursters is really throwing people off the game. And the reason I make videos like this, it's not just because I want to complain, but it's because I feel like I might have a chance at getting this out. And I know for a fact that this sort of stuff, like, you know, not feeling like you're in control even though you're doing everything you can, feeling like the game is being stolen from you by glitches and bugs and bad connection and errors that are dropping you out of games, that's the stuff that makes people stop playing Darktide forever and not come back. It's not the balance of the weapons. It's not like, oh, you know, the difficulty's too hard. It's crashing constantly. It's like getting blue screened over and over after an update. It's all that manner of stuff, because that is the stuff that will rip you out of the game, and every time that happens, you're gonna have a pretty high chance of not looking back. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say today, guys. Thanks for listening to me vent a little bit. Hopefully you feel a little bit less alone out there if you felt like you were losing your mind. I'll see you next time. Mystery out. Bye-bye.